What's going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm joined by my amazing team, Coco Love, Journey to be Great, and Illuminated Lenses. And on this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. So today, we don't really have a topic per se that we're going to cover. So we're going to take it back a little bit, you guys, and just have some random things that we want to talk about. And today, I want to do a myth buster, and I want to ask my team. First of all, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Good.
Okay, great. It's good to hear.
How are you? How are you today?
I'm all right, another day, another nickel, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's okay. I'm all right. But yeah, man, I want to do old Myth Buster Sunday if I can. So I'm always seeing these pictures online, right? And I've also heard some guys that may be a little less fortunate, maybe not the top pick. But yeah, is it true, you guys? Like if you have a heavier set woman, if you hold her from the back when y'all get to the counter, that she's gonna pay for the whatever it is that y'all got going on. Is that true?
What? Wait, what?
What? Y'all don't see that? Like y'all ever see like the pictures where they say, "Hey, when the guy holding her from the back," you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, I have, but I feel like the way you posed the question, there's a lot of variables here. Does she have to be heavy set?
I don't know. I've never seen it with a skinny girl though. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen the guy holding the woman from the back on the skinny girl?
I'm sure.
I haven't seen the one you referred to with the big girl. I haven't seen that.
Man, y'all.
It's a picture. It's a meme that's going around, and it's in the particular picture he's talking about. It's a heavier lady. She ain't like Rasputia from Norbit or anything, but she's healthier, and the guy is skinny, but they're like at McDonald's or something, I think. And he's standing behind her and like holding her from the back, and she's paying for whatever's going on. And it says like basically when you see this stance or something like that, like she gonna pay for it or something like that.
Yeah. Like I'm wondering, does that work? So if I slip behind my lady, goodness. I need to know. So when I go out the next time, if I slip behind my lady and I'm holding her from the back, does she automatically know? Is this like the cue for the ladies to be like, oh yeah, he ain't paying, so he just slipped around to the back?
Well, I'm not gonna take that cue.
I'm telling you, be like, hey, turn right around. Like,
hey, that exactly. I'm gonna turn around and kiss you on your cheek and step right behind you. Go ahead, boo.
God,
here's your card.
Hey, E,
right.
I gotta ask the fellas, E, what you thinking, man? We need to have a cue, man. We need to have a cue, bro. Like we need to have a swing behind or something. That's what I'm calling it, the swing behind. What you think?
That's gonna let you know that I'm like I ain't got it today.
Yeah, I ain't got it today.
You know, hey, babe, I left that wallet. You got it. That's my nigga. I'm really broke, but
honestly, do y'all think though that guys like there are certain guys who go after larger women because they feel like they may have low self-esteem and they can take advantage of them? Because I've heard that before too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's unfortunate.
No, man. These big girls getting a lot of audacity now.
Well, okay. They should have some. I mean, just because you're larger doesn't mean that you shouldn't have self-esteem and you should just take shit from some nigga or whatever. So
does it have to be? Now hold up. You can't do that. The man.
Okay, from some trash ass man. So whether you're a heavier set woman or a woman that's got that's really in shape, you should still have self-esteem or whatever, regardless. So yeah, they should. But I think that is the case. You do see that a lot, like, and he don't really have much going for himself or whatever, and he'll latch onto a woman that's heavier set or whatever. And then, but I just like when they do run into a woman that's heavier set that has her shit together, like, okay, I'm a little thicker, whatever, but I got my shit together and you're not finna do me any kind of way, because it's a nice little wake-up call.
Right.
Okay.
No wrong with the big girls. All you gotta do is get that jack, just jack that damn leg up.
Right.
Really?
Okay.
It ain't nothing to look.
Nothing to it but to do it.
There you go.
Jesus.
Ain't nothing but a few extra calories burned from me and you. That's all it is.
All right. Get a little explicit here.
Please.
You know, with the old swing around, baby. I'm gonna try it one time, see if it works for me. I don't know if it's gonna work for me or not, but I'll let y'all know. We're gonna come back on another episode, and I'm gonna let y'all
Fucked
know.
up when she swing back.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you want to play, huh? We're gonna be swinging together. Like, who's paying for this shit? We go swing together. But nah, seriously, though, I'm just go ahead and pay. But at the end of the day, it's just like, man, I wanted to know because I keep seeing this meme. Like, is this true? So I wanted to ask my team and to the audience. I want to know, what do y'all think? Does this work? I'm gonna call it the swing around. But if your man's holding you from the back, or if you, does this work? I need to know. But we're gonna move on over to the next this topic of conversation here. So some time back, I'm not really sure how long ago it was, but we didn't catch it. We was gonna cover it, but we didn't. But we're gonna bring it up today just to talk about it a little bit. But anyway, there was a gentleman online. I don't know his name. He went out on a date. I don't have all the details, but from my understanding, he was talking to a young lady, and I think he said, what did you say, Coco, like for a couple of weeks or something like that?
Yeah, he said that they had been conversing for a couple of weeks, and I guess they agreed to meet at this restaurant. And when the video started or whatever, he basically said he had just finished waiting, I guess, for like 30 minutes or so for her to show up, and she did not show up, and he had flowers. And, he proceeded to just kind of talk about like he doesn't understand what he did wrong, and he was like, y'all, what am I doing wrong? I'm just trying to find my person. And towards the end of what he was saying, like his voice started to crack and he kind of sounded like he was tearing up. And yeah, it went viral because I think more than anything, a lot of women felt empathy for him or whatever, and were telling him like, oh, you dodged a bullet or whatever. Whereas you had men that were telling him to man up and you shouldn't be crying on camera and all of that. So yeah.
Oh,
so I didn't get a chance to see that, but I get from both perspectives. Because I'm gonna be honest, when I was like 15, I was dating this guy, and he used to cry a lot, and they used to get on my nerves.
Oh,
and so it was angry.
Slam this man on the podcast.
It's messed up. It's messed up.
Sir, if you're listening, so sorry.
I know, right?
we see a minus a subscriber next week. You know why? Damn, I know we had one subscriber in Afghanistan.
Honest, because this is me being, like I said, again, being a teenager. And I get it because he had some, some stuff happen in his life, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because, they look like, oh, she really talking about me. But, and I tried to be supportive, but, it was times like, I know he's not crying again. I was like, oh my goodness.
You know what?
And, so I'm sitting there like rubbing his back and stuff, and I'm just, and in my mind, I was like, this nigga is crying again.
Listen, hold up. Was he crying?
Oh my goodness.
Was he doing like a soft cry? Was he like?
I mean, it wasn't like no, hard cry, but it just, it had the sniffles with it and, stuff like that. So
That's even worse.
You know what? Leave that man alone. We finna get back. We finna get all over here. Leave that man alone.
Okay.
Listen. Let's get back to this man on the date. Golly,
and I don't. In this particular case, I don't even know if she showed up. Like they were talking about it on the Breakfast Club, and I don't know who the guest host was. I think he was a comedian or something. And he was like, she probably walked in and saw that nigga sitting at the table with them flowers because he had flowers. He was saying that flowers turn women off, and I'm like, what women are you talking about? Because he was like, that's a major turn off to take flowers on a first date, and I'm like, since when? Like, to me, that's brownie points. Like, I love flowers. So I don't know. I think that he just dodged a bullet. I mean, for whatever reason, she should have at least told him, hey, something came up or whatever, and I'm not gonna be able to make the night. She shouldn't have stood him up. Maybe she did pull up and see him at the table and decide no, but I would imagine if you had been conversing for 2 weeks, you would have seen a picture or something.
You know what's interesting too? We don't know if this is a catfish situation. You know what I'm saying? You made me think about that when you was talking. We don't know, and we'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it wasn't a catfish situation. Let's say she knew what he was working with or whatever, as far as like appearance or whatever. That's what makes me wonder sometimes too. Like, how some women just will talk to you because they're just passing the time or something like that. Maybe she never did want to go on a date with him. But I will say this too, though. This is gonna be a very controversial statement. I think men should stop taking women out on dates. I really do. I think if you don't see a purpose for her, what'd you say?
No, I'm gonna let you cook.
No, listen. I think
where you going with this? I'm gonna let you cook.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. If the woman that you're trying to take out on a date does not have wife qualities, and you're not gonna know that until you talk to her thoroughly for a certain amount of time. I see it time and time again where men, and we talk about certain types of men. When I talk about like the swing around boys, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about they got somewhere they trying to go, things that they trying to do. They, you know what I'm saying? They're very straightforward about what they want. And but what we mess up and do is we'll date a woman that doesn't know, a woman that has no idea, and quite frankly doesn't know how to be a woman. She knows how to be a city girl. She knows how to be a random or something like that, but she doesn't really know how to be a woman to a man. And so we had to be very selective about what we do and just stop saying, well, ooh, she fine. I'm gonna get her number. I'm gonna take her out. Or I like her. She cool. I'm gonna take her out. Like we gotta stop doing that. We got to start looking at women for what they are. And if she can help you and she's shown you that she can help you and she's been there for you, then you take her out on a date. But y'all shouldn't be wasting each other's time. And I also think it's the same thing about sex. Like she shouldn't just be giving you sex. I think you should really look at the situation and say, is this really somebody I want? Because what he did a couple of weeks and then now you want to go out and spend your money on her, you don't even know if she's worth it. Now I ain't even talking about sex. I'm just talking about just is she even worth it in the first place? So, I just think that's a lesson that we have to learn, especially if you're trying to be, quote, a man of standards. Every woman don't deserve your money. Every woman doesn't deserve a date. So that's what I would say.
That's a great point. And I feel the same for women. Like you said, as far as the sex, every man doesn't deserve your body. And even in dating, if you on the phone and you see you're probably not going to go anywhere with a guy, don't go on a date with him.
Right.
I mean, you can feed yourself.
Some of them.
Some of them can't. So.
Well, you.
Some of them.
Well, like again, we're talking about a woman of quality that has standards about herself.
For sure. But I also think men gotta stop crying on camera too, man. It's getting out.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, to me, like, I just don't understand. I mean, I know we're getting off topic, but just you hitting the record button just to cry, like that's just too much.
I think it just came over him. I think he didn't plan to cry, and then he
he did, but it's 2 weeks now. It's 2 weeks now.
He should have not posted it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that got posted, or maybe I don't know if he was live.
What'd you say?
I'm about to say it's even worse if he messed up and he had to record it again.
Damn, I ain't get the good. Damn, they ain't get the good tears. Try it out.
I should have turned the other way. But no, to be real, what he really messed up was you never, like, for all my guys, you never arrived there first on the date. We're gonna be real with you.
Okay, we get some etiquette here from E. What we got?
You never do, because females don't never be on time, and I mean that. Okay. Y'all never be on time. You can say be here at 3:00. That motherfucker will walk in there at 3:10. I promise you. You're never on time. You're never on time.
I can't speak for the majority, but for me, I'm running late. I'm worried. That's something I have to work on.
I'm gonna text you though and tell you that I'm just at the most I'm like 5 minutes late. Okay, and
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 5 minutes. That's
reasonable.
Good.
That's reasonable. Now, guys, what you do is before you go in there or anything like that, get there early in the parking lot first. Get there early just in case, because sometimes they just want to surprise you or whatever, and it's all of a sudden you exactly here at 3:01 or whatever. But get in the parking lot first, but don't go in the building until she's actually pulling up, because you just never know. Like, it just be 1,000 things that just happen or whatever. Or also with women, you got to make sure, like, you need to get confirmation before you make that drive over there that, hey, so we actually still doing this. Because I don't know what y'all be having going on sometimes, to be honest.
I wonder if he did. I wonder if he checked in before he pulled up to the restaurant for this lady.
He got me stuttering. Couldn't get it out. He couldn't have. Because he wouldn't have been that hurt. Because guess what, though? He would have just been at the crib.
You know what?
He's mad because he's sitting up there for 30 minutes and now he feel like he looking crazy, which he was.
I'm going to give y'all another pro tip, man. When y'all do go on dates, man, show some love to the people. Because you can see right here, just from this topic here, show some love to people that meet you on the date. You know what I'm saying? If they come out there, they take their time. And ladies, I know this is going to be controversial again. But yeah, you want some compliments. You want him to talk about how your makeup looks, or how your dress looks, how your shoes look, and everything that you did, because it took you 2 hours to get ready. But let me tell you something. If the man is there and he looks decent or he looks nice, he took the same amount of time. Maybe not as much on certain things. Like, of course, I don't know. Maybe he's doing makeup, but that's another story. But if he's not doing makeup, he had to go get his hair cut. He had to put his clothes on. He had to iron his clothes. He had to do the same thing too. So, don't overlook the fact that he put in effort too. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see with this here, it does bother me. Whether we crying about it on camera or not, it does bother us that we took our time And in the end, we're just spending money. No compliments, no nothing. It's just you taking a lot of the risk. Also, if you're picking it up as well. So it's just something to think about. Just keep in mind that he took time to. So if he did that, he deserves his compliments and his praise as well. It's just something that I think we need to do more in our community as well, because just to make it fair.
And honestly, though, like to be serious, it probably was signs that she probably just wasn't feeling him. He either ignored it or he hasn't been in enough situations to where he realized it. Because I mean, yes, that can happen. Somebody can just say, "Oh, I'm gonna meet you," and then I just you get stood up or whatever. But honestly, if that's what happened for her to do that, I'm sure it was some signs that she wasn't really feeling him. Like it's always signs. You just gotta really peep game. But I guess that comes with experience.
All right, to our listeners, I mean, what do you guys think about the conversations that we just got to talking about? The two topics. You can put what you think down in the comments below. Of course, you can reach out to us. Our social media links will be in the description. But yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys today. We want to thank y'all so much for joining us today. We appreciate all of you. Again, I am Swaver, joined by Coco Love. Going to be great, Illuminated Lenses. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Until next time, peace.